Tell you one thing, that was a heck of an atmosphere. What a great night just for college football in general. That Florida State game and Doe Campbell and the chop going, I mean, that was a tremendous atmosphere thanks to our fans and support and the way they backed us in the game. But, in a typical Florida State game, very hard fought. Hats off, they're a very good team. They're a very good defensive football team. They can run the football. They got playmakers at receiver. Did a really nice job. Our kids played really well. Got a good start, good fast start. We were able to run the football. That's hard to do. Again, ran for 249 yards on the night. And made some great runs. Quarterback was able to make some runs, made big plays in the passing game. We had to. We were really good on third down, 11 of 17 on the night on third down, which was really big. Red zone, we're 3 of 3. Unfortunately, we had a field goal or so in there, but and got a couple other chances that we could have scored some points, and we just didn't get it done. But in those games like that, when you're playing those teams, they do a good job. And but very hats off. Our defense was outstanding. They were outstanding on that. Played the run really well. 6 sacks. The pressures, contested every throw. There was no easy plays for them. We had a turnover. We accidentally, we put the ball on the ground on the punt, which was, we can't do that. That we had a 3-score lead and could have started putting the game away and let them back in it. And very proud we come down and scored again. And DeAndre had a very bad decision there in the third quarter that had a misread on a play and laid it up. But other than that, what I was happy about. He had 2 tough series right there, and then he came back and hit the big throw for a touchdown, and he came back and had to run for a touchdown, and he led us and made plays and scrambled and kept his poise. And for a young player and the magnitude of that game against Florida and a game like that, to keep your poise, be able to come back after, getting flustered or making a couple mistakes, that's hard. You have no idea at quarterback how hard that is to do. And sometimes when that game gets going fast and you make a mistake, to be able to slow it back down and go do that. That was unbelievably mature by him, and very happy for him and his development and where he's coming to. And there's that little guy, number 4. Wow. Tell you what, you're blessed to coach certain guys in your career, and he's one of them. I mean, he is, I can't say enough about him. And like I say, we see the player and the toughness and all that, but, man, the selflessness, the leadership, him on the sideline, the encouragement, the way he was at halftime with our guys. And I mean, man, what a daggone football player. What a daggone football player. I mean, it's about the only way I don't know what else to say about him. I mean, he was outstanding. And another 153-yard night. And Travis was big. All those guys. And just proud of them. And get ready to go and see where we go play a bowl game. Questions?
After some of the struggles early this year, how gratifying is it to see the way you guys are thinking?
I'm going to tell you something. I said this team, I think this team, the way it's improved, and everybody said, well, what's it got to play for? It's got each other to play for. It's got its pride to play for. It's got to be better to play for. It's got the seniors' legacy of what they're leaving, the young underclassmen of what they got in front of them and knowing how to work and how to play and understand how to play in these games and play well and the groundwork they've laid for the future of what they can do. And I told him I'm as proud of this team as any team I ever won national championships, and I've been won it all in 29 years. This team makes me as proud as any I've been around for how it's persevered, and the seniors kept leading. Everybody said what we had to play for, and goals kept going away, but they played their tails off.
Jimbo, they go for 12 on third down.
Yeah, and they were 0 for 12 on third down, which is amazing. They had 2 fourth downs they converted, and the big fourth down we got to stop in the first of the game was huge. Then we were able to move the football right back. Even though we missed a field goal, we changed the field position back and got that, and then to go 0 for 12 on third down. Man, that was unbelievable by our defense.
Jimbo, when your offense is shaky like that, how important is it to have a defense that can
That was good.
control everything? And
but I'm going to say this, and I don't say that's what you said. I don't think we were shaky. You're talking about a team that was giving up. That was the number 5 team in the country in defense. We ran the ball for 250 yards and put up 30 points. And we hit 2 field goals, we put up almost 40. And what we did. So, I mean, our defense, when you're a great team, you got to be great on defense when you're great. And they set a tone, and that's the way they did it. And we were able to control the clock and run the football and pick up third downs and played situational football. Good in the red zone, good in third down, and won those battles.
How fitting is it for a guy like DeMarcus to have the performance he did in his final home game?
I'm sorry?
How fitting is it for a guy like DeMarcus to have this kind of performance in his final home game?
He has it in every game. What's he end up with, 15 sacks? Or something like that now in the year? And I think Burns had 1.5. He's at 9.5. But, those seniors, I mean, to never have lost to Miami and never have lost to them, that's never happened in this school history. Think about that. All the great players ever sat in those chairs right there in front of you. To be able to achieve what they achieved and never lose to Miami and never lose to Florida. That's something they can always take with them, and that's what you play for. That's what it's about, and the legacy they leave and what it means. And I'm going to tell you, those are great football teams. I'm not saying that to brag about playing against Miami. We just know they're important games and they're rivalry games, and those are great programs because that's how hard it is to do. And my hat's off to him. But DeMarcus, man, what a leader and what a player he is. Golly.
Coach, talk about that.
All their seniors. I mean, you go back to Marquez, and I mean all of them. Good.
I was saying, you talk about Dalvin and how blessed less you already coaching. What was it like for you as a coach to hear the crowd, this huge crowd, just chanting his name toward the end of the game, showing their love for him?
I couldn't hear it. I was coaching the game. But I'm glad they did. I hope he did, because I think people, I mean, you know when you're around special people in your life, and he's definitely one of them. I'm glad. There's no one deserves it more than him.
Jimbo, it seemed like the offensive line pass protection was really good.
Had no sacks. We got the ball out of our hand, made good decisions, ran the football. They're just keep getting better and better and better.
Can you talk about the kicker situation and the change of?
Well, he actually, the first time when he kicked, he actually caught his foot on the ground and he hurt his foot. And he missed. That's what happened when the first one was low and White was blocked. Then he come back, the second one was bothering him, and he just didn't get it up. And his foot was bothering him. And he just wasn't in a good rhythm, and that's why you have two kickers. So we were able to put Logan in the game and to flip him in. He was going to kick the second half. I just wanted, because he just lost rhythm. And
Moving forward, will it be two kickers or?
no, just like we always do. We'll go back to what we're doing. We'll go back to the normal thing. And if they keep getting better, whoever's kicking the best will kick.
Jimbo, speak about the defense during the past 3 games. After you guys played NC State, you guys are just giving up 11 points a game, only 64 yards per game rushing. Just talk about how the defense has really stepped up.
They have even before that, though. Even in the NC State Day game, they did some things. The last 6-7 weeks of the season, the way we practice, I said it, I've seen it in practice, and they're carrying it to the field. Everybody's healthy. We're setting edges on the defense. Safeties are making the calls, getting the rotations. The ends are playing it, and then we're playing Noddy and Christmas and Fred Jones and Wally and all those guys inside. And our backers are fitting better. They're filling downhill. We're just now really hitting our stride.
So the throw that DeAndre made to Travis in the third quarter, it was 10-6 at that point.
And after he just had a big interception on a third down, I told him, right, it's going to be a big play. And I said, you're going to have a heck of a chance. We had it open earlier, and he that's one of the ones he went backside on and tried to throw to Kermit, and he shouldn't have. He should have stayed on the front side. And I said, it's going to have a chance to be there. And he said, okay, I'll try. I mean, that's the thing about him. I mean, trust what we say, and then when you're out of whack, just go back to fundamentals. And man, I mean, he stuck up and he stuck that thing. And it takes time. That was good protection, but man, hit it right in stride. Travis ran through the catch and came out for a touchdown. Now, that was about as good as it gets.
You talk about the offensive line and the protection and.
They were outstanding. They were the way we ran the football, the protection they gave. Offensive line is getting better and better and better.